being the son of the former president, and he's saying that enough is enough with the existing government in place, that they haven't delivered, they failed. And he also criticized MK, the party that his father was propagating, Mkondo Sizwe, and he's mentioned that we should be looking at fresh bodies. So come 2024, which is around the corner, a few months away, could be as early as May, but maybe in between. So time will fly. Now, we discussed and said in the past that the role of minority parties are crucial because they can become kingmakers in the 2024 elections, and those parties need to be present to hold government accountable, because surveys reveal that the ruling party may not get the clear majority. So, Samuel, do you want to briefly comment on the political outlook going forward for 2024? It's a broad subject, but some pertinent issues.
Yeah. Thanks, Eunice. Thanks. If I can just, another nice English word is called elucidate. If I can just put into perspective. The sixth administration, because remember, every time there's an election, the government that is formed straight after that election is called an administration. So the sixth administration, in other words, the administration of Cyril Ramaphosa, who is the head of state, legally, constitutionally ends in May. The president has 90 days constitutionally in which to declare, promulgate, gazette an election date. So there's been a lot of hullabaloo about the election taking place in May. It's impossible, right? The election has to be post 22nd of May. So it'll happen 90 days from then. An election will be called. And the only guy who has the constitutional authority is President Cyril Ramaphosa. That's the first issue. The second issue is,
while you're on that point, why wouldn't he want to have the elections ASAP?
he can't,
Why not?
because it's a legal thing.
If his term of office expires on the 22nd of May, a few weeks later he can hold.
No, he can.
When can he announce
He can. It's his prerogative.
Can he announce it next month that we're going to have the elections in the 29th of May? Or would he have to announce it after the 22nd?
No, he'll announce it before that.
Okay, so let's assume he announces it in February.
He'll announce
we
it.
have decided as a country that on the 1st of June we're going to have 2024 elections. He can't make that announcement.
No, he can,
Now, why wouldn't he want to make that announcement?
but he will.
No, tactically, does he want to wait till a couple of months after May? Or it's appropriate that he announces it and has it soon after the 22nd of May? Because in prior elections, how many months after the closure date has he had the elections?
Generally, they'll announce before the closure or the expiry.
When do they have the elections? How many months after the closure?
Generally, it's always sort of mid,
So it's about 2 months after.
mid 1.5 months, 1 month.
So, for example, on the 22nd May is the closure. He could say we don't have the elections at the end of June.
Well, we got 16 June, public holiday. We have 9th of August, public holiday. He can declare, it's his constitutional prerogative, another public holiday for July. I think
So in terms of time frames, when is the latest he can have the election?
by no later than 90 days after 22nd of May, which will be 22nd of August. July has one extra day, so it'll probably
so it's
be
about 3 months. He's going to have it
within 3 months.
So June, July, August.
Yeah.
So he's got a 3-month waiting period.
Is
He can
is
have it in the first month after that, second or third month. Now, tactically, why wouldn't he want to have it earlier than later?
look what they do. A lot of people. South Africans are not as politically literate as we think they are, and that's not a bad thing. Neither is it a good thing. We got freedom on a plate, because not everybody fought for it.
Because if you look at anything you do tactically, he's holding the balance of power at the moment because of the last elections. He's only going to hold it for another 3 months if he delays it. So, what benefit would the existing government have by delaying the elections to the 90-day period?
Let me say, I mean, a lot of people are miscalculating Ramaphosa, and that's why you can see that there's a huge personal vindictive confrontation between Cyril Ramaphosa and Jacob Zuma. It's personal. It's spilled out in the political domain. It's split the party right down the middle. Remember, Ramaphosa got rid of Magashule. He got rid of Malema. He's got rid of a couple of guys. Not him as a person, but he chaired the disciplinary inquiry or the disciplinary appeals inquiry. He dealt with the issue at Marikana. He's the guy who said concomitant action must be taken against the strikers. You've got to look at it from that perspective. What leftists do, their political ideology is centered on the proletariat. They don't care about capital, right? And Zuma is in that faction. Zuma is in the faction where the same Muslim businessmen, Indian businessmen who are funding him, ideologically disagrees with them. He just uses them to fulfill his own personal political agenda.
You know, Zuma to make a comeback at the age of close to 80, it's highly unlikely. His son said that clearly, the MK party became an issue of discussion, and his son disagreed. Obviously, we can, in future meetings, debate what role his son is going to play if he launches his own party, as he said, sometime this month, and what support he's going to get. Now, we're generally talking about the support of the minority parties, and him being a minority party, what support is going to get together with MK. Time will tell us. But I want to bring in Hassan here, because we